We go back to a couple things. One is the Microsoft case. It was a decade long. The stock went up 900%. So for investors, it's more of a sideshow. It's important. We're taking it serious, but we don't believe it's going to have an impact on the stock. If you look at the stock today, it's up 2.5%. And I think that's a reflection of that and what investors learn watching the Microsoft case. And number two, it's for our legal advisors, it's a narrower and more traditional case as described. So it's not a very broad case. And so we think ultimately the legal help that we're getting to effectively analyze this suggests that a breakup would likely not be possible underneath the current scenario.
Fair enough. And I'm glad you raised the Microsoft example, because if you go back and look at what happened then, for years, Microsoft shares went nowhere. And people say, well, you know, because the government was involved, they couldn't really get on the mobile phone bandwagon. They were left behind. You know, it took them another decade to kind of catch up and become the behemoth they are today. Is it possible that all this amounts to enough of a distraction that Google is not able to make the kinds of acquisitions or innovations that would keep it on top?
I don't think so. I mean, Google's been a highly innovative company. You know, again, it's been one that they've focused more on technology than their go-to-market and built products that people come to rather than pushing them out. So I think ultimately, I don't think this is a distraction for the engineering teams there. Again, I go back to ultimately they want to do what's right for the consumer. They do not want to hurt us. They want to be in the right spot. And ultimately, I agree with Google. It's our choice to search on them. And the reality is, even if they were removed from every device, we would go and download the apps and still search there because it is the best result. It is the best engagement. And I continue to look at even their search technology used in things like YouTube TV. I watch CNBC every day on YouTube TV. And I can search shows, we can go through information that we care about in an easier way than traditional TV. So I think ultimately this is going to be more noise. Again, they're not the only ones in this. Facebook, Amazon, the rest of internet is underneath the same duress.
Yeah.
And so we don't think Google is going to be alone.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.